It was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Carolina Panthers and the San Francisco 49ers. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Ready. 97, ready.
They'll start on the ground. Hall.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you kind of hit the jackpot there.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And cycle.
They'll run with Hall. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I wonder if they just kind of outguessed themselves a little bit trying to run it on 3rd down. Probably should have gone to the air to try and pick it up. Instead, the punting unit will have to run on the field.
Here we go.
They'll go for it. It's Hall. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
His first catch of the divisional round goes for a 1st down. He had 5 catches last week in their wild card win. They're going to look to throw. And check down complete to Hall. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle because where it goes, that's where you find his body. And he's able to get in there and make a great play.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, not bad. He was pushing 20 miles an hour. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This is caught and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
52.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. It's their quarterback. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Panthers are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Lance
Here
and
we
the
go.
49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
Lance looking to throw it. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Throwing on first down is Lance. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Panthers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Drake Jackson able to run him down for a loss of a yard. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football.
Driver, 3-3. Ready.
On second down, a run with Hall. And he's got room. There he goes left side. Past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
On the set.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
Ready.
Now a play fake. Lance. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. On play action, Lance, and fights him off. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken in at the 22. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
Down.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
135 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. Here's Hall again. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Let's go.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll give to Hall. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle. Charvarius Ward there to make the stop. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
Yellow, blue. Smash, red. Red, cycle. On the ball.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, break.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
50 Fury. Ready.
Now back to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
Ready.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
560.
Straight ahead is Hall. And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Ready. 10 cycle. 43 rail.
Looking to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back.
Ready.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, He's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And he's going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Touchdown, 49ers. Trey Lance, 75 yards. And the Niners are back within a score. The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this goal?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit. They're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got this to Williams, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain there of 21 yards. So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played the wild card win, how sensational he was, that'll stop his head from spinning. And now he's in a situation that's getting towards uncharted territory because you've got Joe Flacco, Mark Sanchez, the only 2 rookies to win 2 playoff games in 1 year. He's trying to join that company, but it's not going to be easy to get it done.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Devin Duvernay, 34 yards. And the Panthers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
Now Hall to start the drive. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And the half will begin with a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Blaster 6.
On first down, Lance. Back to Deebo Samuel for consecutive catches. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Play action, now it's Lance. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. That time, finally, a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Black Ultra. Edo Blue. Green Jack. Ready.
Throwing his Lance on third down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Off of play action, here's Lance. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. Second down coming up.
Go. Smash, red. Hut.
Now Lance. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane.
And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Trey Lance, his second touchdown of the night. And the Niners have got it back to within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line. So now just like that, things change dramatically. It's first and goal. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Lance on the keeper. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. Third and goal. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. 48 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Throwing on second and 14. Lance finding Gray going across the field. And they move this all the way down to the 9. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Lance to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field, and it took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal.
Claws red. Ready?
They fake the handoff. Now Lance. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
Here we go.
Two incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here.
Ready.
Now Lance again. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Black Ultra. Speedo Blue. 43 rail. Green Jack. Black Shot. Hut.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey from 4 yards out. And the 49ers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. This one taken just inside the 10.
Ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Ball again on 2nd down. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On play action, they'll throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Eric Stokes in on the tackle.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Lance looking to throw it. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Red, cycle. Strike 2.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Drill green.
Desperation time here. Lance. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Eric Stokes.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a one-score game, so is it really time to go bombs away and try and make a big play? I think you can take some underneath stuff and still move it downfield.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Breece Hall with his second touchdown of the night. And the Panthers are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this fourth quarter lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. To throw on 2nd and 10. Lance. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Field black. Blue striker.
Lance now on 1st down. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
Blaster, 6. Ready?
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lance. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The offense on 3rd down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
On the double, Black Ultra. Edo Blue. Ready.
Lance now on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lance. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. And the Panthers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. A give, running right is Hall. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will be taken at the 13. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for the Niners. 59 yards. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. The Lance going to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Panthers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season.